For me, using Henselite products is great. I really love the XG. The arc is wonderful, I think, because I'm really able to read my weight off the arc, and it's, yeah, really reliable bowl.
The Moama Bowling Club is your place for fun and food. Come and try bowls and make new friends. Have coffee or bring the family for lunch or dinner. The Moama Bowling Club. Visit us today on Hazelwood Road.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Moama Bowling Club, Day 7, Victorian Open 2024. Women's Triples Day, and this is round 3 of the sectional. And as always, we have on paper, which should be an absolute cracker, made even more fun by the way this section has played out across the first 2 rounds. Joined by my good mate and someone who has had a cracking lunch like myself, and he's raring to go for this round 3 game. We're refreshed and ready. Josh Thornton. What's happening, pal?
No, Jimmy should be good, as you said. We have a team of Courtney Bennington, Lisa Phillips, and Vic Open Ambassador Natasha Van Eldik, and they are playing the Altona team of Kamari Mangos, Jan Hurst, and young Hayley O'Reilly skipping the rink.
Yeah, cracking start from Courtney.
Now, you touched on the section. They are in a sectional, all having 1 win and 1 loss.
Amazing stuff.
Which always makes the last game interesting. Now, as it turns out, the team next door, the Truan team from Traralgon, they are leading the section. They are 1 win plus 10. Natasha's rink is 1 win plus 9. The Altona team that has been live streamed here is 1 win minus 4. And the cool Dumbleton Sherry rink is 1 win minus 15. So they've probably got the hardest job in the section. But I'd argue the 2 teams that are finishing currently on top are probably the most likely.
Yeah, I mean, Hayley and her rink are going to have to win by a minimum of 8 against Tash, or 7 maybe.
7.
Yeah.
7.
But 8 to then get over Pat, depending on what happens next door.
Yeah.
But so we'll keep an eye on the team that is top of the ladder currently, Pat Truan. She's next door against Deb Cherry. So we'll pretty much know end for end who's going through. At this stage, it's not going to be Tash Van Eldik, but I'm sure that'll change many times as we go. It's Lisa Phillips who's in some red hot form.
Oh, what a bowl.
Yeah, she's a great player. She's in the semi-finals of the women's singles. She made that yesterday, as is Tash.
Yep.
And the other 2 in there is Sammy Atkinson, who we saw earlier, and Selena Goddard, who we've seen a few times now, the Vic Open Ambassador, over from NZ.
Takapuna.
It's in Auckland. Pretty sure. I reckon I've been to Takapuna.
Yeah.
I reckon it's the other side of the bridge in Auckland.
I've never been to New Zealand, full stop.
New Zealand's cool. It's just the worst bit's the people. No, check. Whack. Oh, this is Tash. Holding 2. Trying to add another. These guys have all played on the other green for their first 2 rounds, so expect maybe an end or 2 of adjustment. They did have 1 trial end before we started this, but yeah, expect it not to come straight away for a few of them. As Hayley's trying to make things happen here, and almost does. Was completely changed the complexity of 3rd and 4th shot there. Yeah, so not too worried about coverage here. They're sort of saying if she gets it, she gets it. It'll be a good hit.
The last thing Tash would want to do, though, in this scenario is actually make a fatter to make it easier for Hayley to get.
Looks like she's adding here.
The best bowl would be right on the line. Yeah.
Ooh, I reckon that makes it worse. And makes it 1 bowl wider for Hayley. So she goes here. She He likes it, JT. Just going under. Start from Courtney, Lisa and Tash.
3 it
with
is.
3 to them. Jan Hurst, you can see there, the second for Altona. What a game she had with Alison Hall yesterday, mate. One for the ages, that. Timed out at 20 all. Had to go the extra end.
It was a very good game, Jimmy.
Talk us through the other rinks on this screen then, JT. Who's Selena playing next door to Pat Truin and Deb Scherer?
Damalingen. Just had to make sure I had a good look at it. I reckon I pronounced that spot on.
She's a nice lady.
Yeah, we met her at...
Yeah, I've known her for a bit. I played against her when she played for Hawthorn last year.
But the Matteo, was it the baby shower? Was that the day we went?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
No one's really nailed it yet. Now, Kamari represented Sri Lanka at the World Championships last year.
Correct. Get Hayley out the way. Must be a hard jock, this one.
Still warming up, Jimmy. Still warming up.
Yeah, I did say I've come from 2 games on this morning on the other green. So might be some adjustment, but Jan Hurst drops one on.
Yep, she's found it straight away this end.
Lisa can clear that front bowl, which she's gonna. She's gonna go pretty close to grabbing the shot. Can she hang around now? Yes, she can. Good stuff. Small adjustment required. Jan Hurst. Afternoon, Westie. I wouldn't have minded an afternoon nap myself, to be honest. That's Lisa. Move Jan out of the way. Sadly.
What's that one about?
Which one?
Sean.
Marul bark. I don't know how you say it, Marula bark, I'll say it. But I'm evidently wrong.
It's Moorbuck.
I don't even know. Man, same, mate. I'm literally saying that. Just pass for Tash. Trying to sit that ball of Jan's. Oh, Hayley going close to get that shot ball out of Lisa's. Extricates it pretty well. That's what happens, JT, when you only got one ball in the head. People moving behind the head. Just what that brief delay was.
Just got to slow down a smidgen.
Let's go in. So Hayley, she's holding a couple, drawing in for a third. She's on good line, just a bit quick. I think. Yeah, well, did the damage with the first, so couple to her and her Rink. Or maybe not.
Two out. I'm looking for three.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Hard when the far away. Some assistance from Lisa on the measure. What do you reckon?
2.
Oh, not much in it. Not much in it. We'll have Mr. Rodney Bates on the rink.
He was ready to go too.
He was chomping at the bit, JT. Laser measure ready. One up, the other umpire's having a chin wag. Wow, he's thinking about what are his top 10 animals. That umpire he was nowhere. Like a stunned mullet. You reckon he's got a mullet?
I was going to say, the pace he's moving at, sloth would be another one.
Struck in the bowls. Rod Bates, one of the best around.
Mm-hmm.
Good bloke to boot as well. Old string measure, JT.
Yeah, they're actually probably the most accurate, those ones.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I just... the ITOs I've dealt with over the years, they believe it's the most accurate. It's a two-person job regardless for those ones.
Yeah. It's close. It's real close. Like, I couldn't see much between the jack then when he was...
I mean, it's predominantly used more often when there's a jack or bowl in the ditch because it's got to go over the edge.
Just the two. After all that, just the two.
No, it's definitely a modern measuring device, Robbie. It's just... Said it's just predominantly used.
I don't think I've seen a string measure in ages.
Seen one the other day.
There you go. Sorry, you're making better than me, isn't it? Where did you see it?
Somewhere here, at the Vic Open, I reckon.
Was it in the first or third game you played when you lost, or?
Oh, I knew that was coming, and yeah. Guess what? I'm laughing. Afternoon, Brendan. Hope you're well. At the end of the day, the laws of the sport quite clearly state the umpire can use any illegal measuring device they want to measure.
Illegal?
Legal. So if you've gone to use a box string measure to measure yourself, call the umpire. They can come out and use the same thing.
We don't often see that one that we saw in that Queensland game the other day. What do you call that? The periscope or whatever? No, it's not the periscope. You know what I mean?
They don't know what that one is called. I'd have to get on the proper BA website just to double check that one.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know that one. Yeah, it's like the telescopic one with the little thing, but it's on a
it's like a TV antenna.
Those telescopic ones that were always used early days, but without the little up and down lever on it.
Yeah, there's someone told me about them orbital measures that they're only using New South now, don't they? They're weird.
Something like that. That's the one, Clarkey, we're talking about, the orbital measure.
Definitely see it. Well, now you see the laser measures coming in.
Some wayward Leeds bowls again.
He's finding a way through all the short bowls to grab the shot. Shot from Jan. Yeah, Jeff, agree. A few loose bowls up early. I'll say it again in the hope that it is the reason and it gets better. And they've come from the other green this morning, so a bit of time adjustment required. How are you looking to add another?
Little tight, little quick.
She's going to run it?
Not with the first.
Yeah, great. Oh, she actually can't see it, to be honest. Now I've just got that, but the angle properly. Yeah, it's tough draw though, especially considering nobody's nailed it yet. So you think that they are definitely adjusting. JT, she's going to check that out now. Yeah, JT's got it to work. You might have to just click the same button at the bottom as Hayley doesn't want to edge this jack. JT. She might have given that away. She might still hold shot with her first. The other option of measuring the finger measure is now out. And I think Lisa said there's still one down. Is that a legal measuring device, the finger measure?
Well, it's not used to actually measure the end,
I'm
mate.
joking.
I reckon she's going to run the bowl, purple bowl out with
Oh,
three.
do.
There you go.
This will be a settler for our rink, her rink, sorry, if she can get this Tash. Just a bit all over the shop so far. It's this to hurry, JT. Doesn't.
So Neil, yes, I just quickly pulled YouTube up on my phone and the sound was working perfectly fine. So you might have mute accidentally on yours or sound down or something like that, but it's definitely working.
What's one to Tash's rink? I swear, I'm sure Lisa said one down. Maybe she said got one, mate.
4-2, played 3 ends.
So reminder, or if you've just tuned in, these two teams have both won one apiece, and the two teams next door, who are also in this section, have both won one apiece. Tash, Courtney and Lisa need to win and get
two more shots.
A 2-shot margin greater than Patra win next door if she and her rink wins. And currently, no score on that board there. You can see it just above Courtney's head. That's the rink next door. So we'll keep you updated with how it's all going. They're going to put some scores on the board there now, so we can let you know how the live ladder such is working.
We'd like to think they're going to put some scores on the board for us.
Just a bit deep from Courtney on that one. Kabari draws inside that one of Courtney, so we'll hold shot. Yeah, thanks, Faye. Yeah, YouTube. Should be all good. I know sometimes I get it when it's on the actual screen. It's muted for some reason. I did wonder, Stan, why the laser wasn't used for that measure before. Because I know Rod's got one. I've seen him use it. I didn't fancy it for the longer one. We've had everything on commentary today. We've had favourite lunches, top 10 animals, favourite form of measuring device. Covered all the big topics. Right, Lisa again with an opportunity. He had a relatively unsurrounded jack to draw the shot. Hard to tell if that front one of Kamari's that she's just rolled into or Courtney's back one's holding. It's funny with the camera angles. I'm probably going to say the front bowl, but what is the bullseye?
It's that little plastic disc thing that come out there for a bit.
Yeah. Shot from Jan Hurst.
Again, it can't be used actually to determine the end. It's not illegal, a measuring device, but I don't see it any different to that person standing over the head with the fingers.
I mean, I got no idea, to be honest. I don't know if it's yay or no, but JT will find out. Lisa's just going to miss Jan here, and she'll get an opportunity to add another. You know for a fact if you tried it out, someone would be kicking off. Good set from Jan Hurst. Draws another. The pressure's on Tash van Eldik again.
Yeah, I didn't find anything that you can't use at Jimmy. And Briggsy, you are spot on. Jan has been the star of the show this game so far.
Yeah, well, I mentioned it earlier, that game against Alison Hoy yesterday, phenomenal. It's one of my favourite games thus far, the Vic Open. Of course, Jan then faced Tash in the singles that round after, and Tash did get the better of her.
It was actually quite convincing by Tash in that game.
Urging is to run a bit, JT. See why. Just going to pull up short. Jan will still hold two. Still no score next door.
I'm actually going to go around after this end finishes.
Give him a stern word.
We want to make sure the scores are going up.
Oh, there's movement on it.
Oh, Courtney. Lisa's ball's been rolled all the way up. It's 2 ends in a row now. Haley's accidentally given shot away.
Yeah, well, wow.
5-2. You weren't watching, were you, Jimmy?
I was. Well, I was waiting for him to update the scoreboard next door because she was hovering around the score thing. The the remote. And I happened to then catch Haley walk across a mile on. Won't be happy with that as a result. Yeah, Mark's posted something in there about the measuring. It would have blocked your post though, mate. And apologies, we have a no link policy because all these spammers posting stuff on there, so it blocks the links out. But all right, Kamari to double up, had a cracker with a first.
So I actually didn't speak to him because Pat went to the remote twice, and then I think she worked out that she hadn't even, the remote wasn't even turned on yet. That's why the score wasn't going up.
Yeah, okay. So she's going to do it?
I believe so.
2 goodies from Kamari. And she's starting to get in the groove now. I don't think Jan's got the trip here either. Still holding 2, Hayley O'Reilly and her Rink. Lisa's trying to add the 6 feet or so she needs from her last.
That's better, Jan.
She is further, but a smidgen too far. Good home though. Pretty much straight down the line from the jack now. Oh, another one. Jan Hurst. Sublime form.
All right, we finally got a score next door, Jimmy. Pat Truan is leading 4-3 over the Sherry after 4 ends.
So as it stands, Tash leading 5-2, Pat Truman leading 4-3. Tash, Lisa and Courtney would jump them and go through the section by 1 single shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep you updated. That would be the live ladder right now, as it would show Van Eldik Rink on top. As Tash is having a look to get these bowls, clips Lisa short. Is there any more frustrating feeling, JT, than as a skip looking like you're going close and then clipping one of your own short bowls?
Nah, it's up there. That Region 4's final played in a couple of weeks ago and lost in an extra end.
What another shot by Haley.
I clipped my own blocker that I put in to try and stop Brody.
This is a tough head to play into for Tash. Yeah, was asking a few questions to Lace and is now going to come and have a look.
Yeah, Mike, no, I actually went and checked out, whilst no link is allowed in our stream, I went and checked the link out, and yeah, you're spot on. And what it actually says is that doing the finger and or the bowl's eye is not considered measuring, so it's not actually breaking the laws of the sport. So
Yeah,
they
okay.
are allowed.
Yeah, right. There you go. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that, mate.
That wasn't actually Ori's problem on Thursday.
You're always not online, I heard.
Off centre,
Yeah.
behind.
Right, big bowl here, JT, early in this game. Holding a few. Altona, Rink, probably 4. Definitely 4.
Now, Hayley should... she's given shot away the last 2 ends with the last bowl. Got to be careful on this one, considering the numbers they're holding right now.
See these 2 old blokes behind us. We'll have to go and move them on, JT. They're talking more than us. He come up for air, the one bloke. Shot from Hayley.
5.
Big 5.
That changes the context of the game, Jimmy.
So that would then put Pat True in now back in front with this one 7-2 to Hayley O'Reilly's Rink. They need to pick up a few more, Hayley, to push themselves in front. Right, Kamari looks like she's finding this Rink now to lead us off. It looks okay again, JT.
Mm-hmm.
Going good now. Courtney under some pressure. Yeah, good home for Courtney there.
Bit wider this time from Kamari.
Yep. Pace was good again though, mate. She'll be annoyed. She's probably just pushed that out a bit wider. Grab shot from Courtney there. Good correction from her first.
Yeah, good shout, Steve. I've run into Hursty all week since we've been here.
Yeah, he's a good bloke. I said to him, you watch more bowls than me, mate. Has Jan got the legs here? Does she have the legs, JT? Yes, she does. And doesn't get it right. Sits that down, but good
Another
shot from her.
2 in the head now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's at the side of the rink every time she plays, though. Same bowl. Literally same bowl for Jan Hurst, and she's going to get very close here. An ideal bowl, JT, is to actually come just under her last and sit Courtney's clean out the head for 3.
Turn hers over twice for 2. There's options there.
Going to hold on or not? Going to hold on? No, just going now. Perfect weight for that shot. Goes to a good home, though. close here, JT. So what's going to happen here, mate? Hayley O'Reilly sits it clean out. What a shot.
3 shots.
What a shot. She's playing some good bowls. He's Hayley, and that was one of them. That was perfect. Couldn't have got that any better. Covers the jack as well. Toucher. She's got to connect now, does Tash. Areas, JT. Big areas here, mate.
Yeah.
What a reply this could be.
Oh.
It's one out.
Back
Better.
to
Ooh. Jan's bowl actually went back into a great spot, hey? Down the line where the jack's probably going to go. That's where she would have played if it didn't go there. A cracking effort from her. She's going real good here.
You're looking at it.
Got a rip now. Close. It's all right.
Back to
Going
one.
over. Yeah.
Good bowl.
Yeah, if you don't get it, cut the margin down. That's exactly what she did. Was 3 after a ripper from Hayley. Tash cut it back to 1 after her 2 bowls. So good tussle this, JT. Good contest.
Well, that's why we chose it, Jim. We're looking for a good match.
Yeah, I agree, Clarkey. The front end has been better in the recent ends for Hayley. Tash, probably the last 3 or 4 ends, has been under pressure every time she stepped on that mat.
Correct.
And even with the superstar power she has, it's impossible to get it every single time, hey? Unless you're you, JT, obviously.
Could be further from the truth.
Right, now this is where Kamari needs to ensure she corrects. Keep that pressure on. She's asking for it to turn. Urging it to turn is Hayley. Starting to go a bit. They do hang a little bit here.
I feel like it hangs more the closer it gets to the tee.
Yeah. Right, now Courtney can try and reverse this pressure.
Still nothing really close yet, Jimmy. Give us some scored updates across the green. So, in that live ladder scenario, Patroon is leading 5-4 after 6, which means she would be winning the section as it stands right now. Goddard is leading Dharmalingan 14-2 after 6. I reckon I'm nailing that pronunciation. Hunt is playing Rolf, and Hunt is leading 4-1. Millerick is playing Skipworth, and Millerick is leading 7-2. And Cullinane playing Whitehead, and Cullinane leading 5-2.
Jan Hurst grab shot with her first, looking to add to that.
My good mate Mick's just joined us. Murray Downs bowler, but he's over in New Zealand at the moment.
What's he doing over there? Did he get lost?
He's looking for a sheep.
That's racism, JT.
Briggsy, I actually don't think it is. We've had some cracking heads earlier today in some of the earlier matches. Just for whatever reason, I just think they're just scratching a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The game before was...
Well, Sophie led well. Trish played absolute bombs on it. So Sammy got everything early, so Tash is not far away here. The only thing I can think of also too, which may be impacting, we've got a lot of wind at the moment.
Flags in the trees are blowing outside. I mean, yes, we're under cover. Yes, they've sort of got walls up and stuff, but I mean, I can feel it on my legs. So there's definitely a breeze coming, and obviously if it's on my legs, it's
actually, and if you look across the green at the moment, there's probably just not cracking heads either, is there? So maybe that is impacting it.
The two greens at Morwell are significantly different to one another. This is around about the 14 second mark, and a bit of turn, but not a generous amount, whereas the other green's about 16 and a half and has a generous amount of turn. So they did play 2 games there and now coming across here.
Tash isn't looking far away, Jimmy.
Agree.
It's all in a speed now.
Just needs to ease.
That should be shot. Yeah, great bowl.
Yeah, good stuff. Again, pressure on her. She's had to find a bowl.
It's probably the easiest shot she's had in the last 3
Oh,
innings.
yeah, I agree. But still been down. I can't remember the last time she was adding to her head. It would have been a few ends ago.
It was the first end because the first end they got 3, right? And then the other 2 ends they scored prior to this one,
Hayley gave
given
shot. Yeah.
Eight 6. We're played 7.
And a definite change of plan here. Josh, Courtney's put the mat right back. Tash is standing pretty much on the 21 metre mark. Just overcook the jack roll a little bit. Start from Courtney. Just drifting a bit past. Be interesting to see how Kamari, Jan and Hayley adjust to this change. When she put the mat down, had the jack in the hand, Courtney Tash said to her, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Same as earlier." So it's obviously been a plan of theirs, like maybe a get out of jail sort of thing or a change up sort of card. So they think, well, I think that they've tried this before. It can mess with your line a bit when you play an end like this. So it will be interesting to see how the ladies from Altona go. Kamari goes all right with her first. And Courtney just slightly overcorrects with her second.
Yeah, good leading by Kamari.
Yep, she's winning that battle thus far.
Lisa looking to correct on her weight, just scale it back probably a yardish. She's not far away. Just stand still. Jen was a little through on her first. Has she corrected? If she gets a little jack movement, it's going to really make it good for them. There's 3 shots now. Big bowl by Jen Hurst, Jimmy. Turned the jack down the line, made it 3 again.
Correct. And again, Tash under pressure, JT.
She doesn't look far away.
Yeah, the
Getting
girls
down
are
to the
interested.
bowls. I thought she was going to get to that bowl and flop back.
It's a pretty stiff result in the end, to be honest. She sort of rocked the bowl up and carried on past it.
Probably back to 2.
Now, is there a thought in Hayley's mind that she doesn't want to go anywhere near this, given she might want to give a
but
shot
she's
to...
calmed down the last couple of ends and she's played some great bowls, you know. So
She doesn't want to overplay this and belly the jack down the line is my concern. See it?
Yeah, but Jan's got one back there. She wouldn't be trying to do it anyway.
Oh, no, she wouldn't be trying. Right, small correction. Not really, just a better result required. Sorry for Tash.
Hey, Faye, I did run it through earlier, but I will run through it again. So, as it stands, every team in this section all 1 win, 1 loss. The leaders of the section are actually next door to Traralgon Rink as Tash comes down just a marginally bit too quick. They are 1 win plus 10. Natasha's Rink is 1 win plus 9. So, if they both win, Tasha's Rink has to win by 2 more than the rink next door. What would happen though is if Hayley's Rink won and Pat's Rink won next door, they'd have to win by a lot, and then the other scenario is the other team winning.
So, to put Hayley O'Reilly and her rink in contention, they have to win by a minimum of 7.
Yes.
So, I mean, they're 4 up now, so they're not far off. As it currently stands, yeah, Patra and next door, who's 5-4 up against Deb Sherry, that'd be the team that goes through.
Yep.
Team from Traralgon. And Druin.
Ticked over halfway, Jimmy. Go and make a prediction. Who's getting through? Who's winning this match and who's getting through?
Give me one more end. I can't write off a rink that has Lisa Phillips and Tash Van Eldik, and it is my problem.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Tash and them are going to win anyway. They're going to get it together. And that's not to discredit the other 3. They are very good bowlers.
Yeah, I just can't discredit a rink with them 2 in it. If Bailey picked up a 2 or a 3 now, I'd be swayed the other way, I think.
At the moment, Pat Truan is 2 down on the head over there, and the other team might be in front in a second.
Mm.
Kamari's Gobble that jack, Jimmy.
What a shot.
Craig is at 7-4 in the Rolf versus Hunt game. Spot on, mate. Rolf leading 7-4. Courtney played a much better bowl. She's going to get second shot. Good bowl. Jean Hurst not far away again.
Still land some, not gonna.
Don't mind that idea. Maybe marginally quick, but give it a chance to try and clip the red off the line.
Yeah, open things up a bit.
Jean's awfully close again.
Yeah, took the words out of my mouth. Oh, doesn't create much of a target either.
I reckon we'll see some weight here.
See a few different shots in Tashi's mind here as she to the front of the head to have a look and call some weight.
Has to change the head up.
Some chalk off. Bowler Jan Hurst. He's in a forehand swinger here is Lisa. Trying to make some connection, get someone out of the way, change the head up. Instead goes wide.
Now, if you stop the game right now, Jimmy, do you know who's getting through? Hayley O'Reilly's Rink would get through.
Because now Deb Sherry's 2 in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. It's all changing. Right, Tash can have a run at this. She's pretty accurate with these.
Well,
She hit that ball. that I whacked that ball. That was like a dense noise. It hit that hard.
Give me another 2 yards of weight. Up to 9, up to this. Sit this out for 2 rolls, you're good. Make ball.
That's a gutsy shot call from. She's only one down at the back, I guess. Jan Hurst telling her to try and land this ball to the left of the head of Courtney Bennington's, but instead she misses and goes to a good home, mate.
playing the more swingy weight now, Jimmy. How's she tracking? 1.
Hayley wouldn't be going through right now, would she?
What's that?
Doesn't she need to get up by 7? Tash would be going through right now.
No, but Tash only got
I
one
know.
win.
Pat would be going through them.
Pat's not winning
Sorry,
either.
I'm
Mate,
nowhere.
just calm down.
Hang
Just
on a
listen to me.
Hang on a minute.
11-6. Yep. Jimmy's even had to step away from the desk. He was going that bad.
Yeah, that far from there. I need one on this side.
You're copping some flack, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm tired, mate. I'm tired. The last person I caught flack from those trapper, so you get back in your box, pal. Joking. Hope you are, pal. Hope Bailey's good too.
That's your line, Paddy. Another metre. Get the chalk out.
Look, Shane, to be honest, I've got myself to blame. No, I've Kevy Anderson to blame. He kept me out to the wee early hours, so I'm just tired.
No excuses.
It's not often I mess that stuff up. How's Jan going here, mate?
Fraction narrow. I was going to say, she had good weight. She was nearly hanging for 2.
And he
Yeah,
just
one
drifted
down.
through.
Afternoon, Lunny. No, I don't think anyone's topped my water bottle up since you did, mate. I think he's in WA at the moment. I can actually never keep track of Lunny.
Lisa's close here, JT. What a shot. Bowls a bomb.
Fantastic. They need it. They've lost 4 out of the last 5 ends. If they're going to win this match and have any chance of getting through to the knockout stages, they're going to need a big turnaround, Jimmy.
Now, is this a team talk or a telling off? Tash pulled Lisa and Courtney in then.
If Brad Orr was involved, it would be a telling off.
Yeah, everyone's going trapper now.
We swung that one pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know. Hayley. John's interested, JT. She's interested. You can see why she was. She's made a connection, opened it up. If nothing else.
It's actually made it probably better for Tash and Lisa and Courtney now because she can play back end and move it another 6 inches. She probably brings the next 2 bowls in.
Yeah, great. Good shout. How does what does Hayley? Well, let's see what Tash does first before we start working at Hayley's shot, because she might just move that jack.
Got to get there.
Depending on where this finishes, I was going to say, will she just hunt for that bowler Lee says no, the shot bowl? But there's probably too much room for Tash to leave Tash, hey? So I think she's saying a forehand sort of arriving shot. Jack back's good there as well. Uh-oh.
No change. Doesn't change anything. No. What can Tash do here? She needs a good yard, at least to count if she's drawing. She needs to get down to that purple if she's going to count.
Doesn't get back, so just on one.
One. Stops that little run they're having.
Yeah, they've got to build from here now, mate. Must build, must change the
Now they've got to
tactic.
go with a length that's going to work for them. 11-7. Five ends a go.
You're rustling ahead in a paper bag here, JT. What you doing, mate?
Oh, just fiddling around.
Yeah, good start from Courtney.
Probably close to Courtney's best first bowl in this match.
What a reply from Kamari, though, JT.
Yes.
She bowled pretty well, Kamari.
Yep, totally great. Get that one. There we go. It's just there, Jen. Oh, I mean Kamari. Played this well too, Jimmy. Made two. Well, at least that blue bowl going back now gives the team chances. Jan Hurst is so close here, Jimmy.
What a shot. She's played real well too. So, playing good. Maybe a role in her rink. All three of them are contributing. All playing a part.
I agree, Briggsy. She's probably been the MVP in this match, Jimmy, Jan Hurst.
Yep.
I think she's played the most telling bowls, that's for sure.
At least you're going to hold on enough here, JT.
Well, at least there's another one back there. And Haley's quick to it and asking for a cover bowl. I'm not sure Jan Hurst could have split them any better, Jimmy.
Where am I? Am I in front or behind?
Right, Tasha's arriving. Try and get something moving. She's not far away. Oh, I think if the Altona team hang on to this number here, it might be a bit too far to reach.
Then they'll be sitting there barracking for Deb Sherry and her crew, hey?
I know Pat Truan won the last end. I think she's holding shot again this end.
Gonna go in a good home. There's not a lot on for Tash here, is it, Josh?
Nah,
I think you've still got to be confident because if you sit either of them or us goes up, it's good, you know?
Just gonna arrive past the head. Try and sit and stay. Push Courtney's forward. Who was that then?
oh, I think it might have been just Pat changing the scoreboard next door. I think.
Something's gonna happen here.
There it is. Hang on, there's another one to come. Three it is.
Yeah, I agree with that last comment, Jeff. I think there, like that shot she's playing there, it's a low percentage because that's all she's. I mean, there's no other options, and it's only to make one. Like there's no way she can tuck a jack around the corner to a nice little grouping of bowls and change it up or sit a bowl out, and they've got second, third, and fourth shot or something like that. It's just.
I've said it today and I'll say it all the time. 2 bowl triples is a leader's game, and the one lead has clearly outbowled the other lead. And that's set it all up, and then Jen Hurst has just piled on after that as well. So again, live ladder, Jimmy. Currently, Hayley O'Reilly's Rink's leading 14-7. Sherry is leading Truan 8-6. So if the match is stopped right now, Hayley O'Reilly's Rink would go through.
Yep. Let me just get this straight. I'm sorry.
Oh God, if we went through
I'm
that
kidding.
again.
I'm kidding.
You'd have Trapper on deer again.
Yeah, no. I'm taking maths lessons from Trapper. It's a tough day to be here. If I got them from Bailey, I'd I'd cop it more.
Yeah, leading that one, Paddy. You've got one. He's coming under there.
I don't know what an abacus is, mate.
You don't know what an abacus is?
Of course I do. I'm
No.
one of the younger members of the BV team.
That's what I've been teaching. Jesse had to count. Started with an abacus.
Watching Flo learn to count's hilarious. She just throws out random numbers that I didn't even know she knew. She's like 1, 2, 3, 19, 4, 3. Just 3 from Jan. Courtney holding a couple, and we sort of spoke about that just before. The need to build the heads from the front end. And Courtney's big tick for her this end. See if Lisa can back her up.
Kayleen, they played 15 ends this match, so we've got
4 left.
4 left. I didn't add up the ends last end. There's an opportunity here, Jimmy.
Here we go, Joshua.
We'd nearly basically written them off.
You had.
I think we both had.
Now this is where Hayley can be an absolute heartbreaker. It's finally a good setup for Tash and her Rink, and she's come in, little front hopper. And let the air out the balloon a little.
We hold it. Yep.
How are we going here, JT?
Just
Oh,
shy.
another 3 or 4 feet then. She would have been sensational.
But still 4.
Tash needs to hide this jack, eh? She needs to get a front toucher. Push it back behind her pack of balls. If she can. Tash thinks it's coming in a bit hot. Oh, this is close to the perfect bowl. What a shot from Tash. Just don't know how far that's gone back. It's very deceiving angles on the camera.
I still reckon it's 4 or 5, Jimmy.
I do too. Just there wasn't a big reaction from Courtney and Lisa was my only concern. There was not a lot of applauding Tash because that's the shot she would have wanted to play 100%. Hayley needs some turn out of this one.
That changes it.
Oh, what a shot from Hayley. Plays that real well.
Will it go out clean?
So they've got the next 4 or 5 is what Lisa's saying. Try and land. This bowl of Hayley's out.
Close,
JT.
close.
JT. Oh. That is stiff as. That is stiff.
One to the Hayley O'Reilly rink. That's 15-7 and we've played 12, Jimmy.
Deb Sherry still leads Patru and 8-6 next door through 10 ends. Nothing updated.
No, pretty confident Patron is back in front, Jimmy.
Okay.
If you're comfortable that way.
8 and 3. Can it be done, Jim?
Yes. Do I think it will? No.
Okay. Ooh, that one of Jan's ran
Whoa.
straight.
Definitely ran straight.
Ooh, Lisa's out there with her.
Matty West. Big call.
What's that? 9 and 3 ends. Whew. Westy, that's a big call. I mean, I know I made the initial call that I could win, but I'm not as convinced now. And Jan Hurst just goes, Wooshka. Don't think it's happening now after that bowl.
Oh, that went dead straight, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's playing with them old edge raptors. They are pretty tight bowls.
Correct.
Yeah. We can confirm that the BV team at Bolaro went down. They're all infighting, currently blaming who was responsible, whether it was Tony, our CEO, our club education and training manager, Matty O, or our participation coordinator, Glenn. I can confirm that none of the three are good enough. Probably shouldn't have been in a team together and got what they thoroughly deserved.
They went that far away against a half-decent side, Jimmy.
To be fair. I think there's a bit of charity on behalf of Mason Bayliss, Ethan Freund and
Reckon
Brad
they just
Lancaster there.
kept him in the game just to
Yes.
keep their hopes up.
Yeah.
It's probably second shot.
It's not going to be good enough at this stage anymore, though, is it, mate? They need things to happen big time. They need numbers.
I reckon Patron's holding another 3. Well, I don't know, actually.
She's going to have a run at this, JT. Corny's getting out of the way. She's like, I don't want to be around this. She's going to have a crack out. Close, but no cigar. That'll be 2. Tahiti O'Reilly and her Rink.
$17-7. 2 ends of play.
Peter, I understand what you're saying. I think the rink's changed a bit, to be honest, from this morning.
Yep.
It's got a bit warmer and a bit windier under here, but the game we had before lunch was a high standard game.
Yep.
There's some great bowls played. I just think they've struggled a few of these. I'll say it again. Probably said it a few times now. That he played 2 games on the other ground this morning before moving. There's significant difference in the 2 greens in terms of pace and all that. That's the first real funny thing I've seen in all the games I've seen here at Morwell. That one of Jan Hurst pretty much walking straight down a line. So I don't know what it was. She hit a weird spot, but it generally plays okay, this green.
Yep.
Like there's not too many complaints about it normally, hey?
Sometimes you can just play a bad game, Jim.
Yeah, it happens. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens when the cameras are on you. And there's been a few hold, Jeff, but not that straight walk. She played good weight though, Jan, so it was fine.
Yeah, good call. Jan Hurst hasn't had any issues with the Rink.
Nah, she hasn't missed many, eh? She's been pretty good. She was pretty good yesterday. And right on cue, here's Jan Hurst.
Nothing wrong with the Rink according to Jan. That Rink over next door. We've finally got a score update, Jimmy.
Oh, whoa, there's a few gone on there.
Told you. I thought I had seen that. Pat Truan is now leading 14-8. So
She's in the box seat.
The virtual leader of this section.
She's the clubhouse leader.
Virtual leader. Clubhouse means you've actually finished a round.
I don't watch golf, mate.
I do. Okay. Hayley would need, there's a question about how many more shots Hayley would need to pass Pat next door. She'd need another 10 on top of what she is now.
Or
Pat to lose a few more to bring the gap down.
Jan Holden.
Assume so. Tash is very close
Yeah,
here,
good
Jimmy.
effort here, mate. Very good effort. That goes back to Jan Hurst at the ball. And that will be one. And that will be the game.
At least Tash can have a smile about it. No one ever wants to lose, but no, when it's not your day. So I think the only scenario here, Hayley would probably want to try and get as many shots as she can and hope something happens next door that would make them leapfrog Pat Tron. Some score updates across the green. Goddard is leading Dharmalingam 22-4. Rolfe leading Hunt 9-7. Millerick leading Skipworth 18-8. And Cullinane leading Whitehead 10-4. Bit of banter going on now. They know the game's done in terms of result. Another good ball by Jan Hurst. Lisa.
Maurice needs one roll, or you get to here.
Haley's looking just to add another. Playing the forehand.
Full effort here, Hale. Well done. Weight's perfect. Your weight's amazing.
I don't think I've ever heard that come out of Natasha Van Eldik's mouth before. Get a wick.
Good line.
Whack that one, you could get it all. And then we'll win. The end. You can get that, we'll win. You got it. Yep. 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 Right, 3.
Three it is. And that concludes the game, ladies and gentlemen. The score will finish up 18-10. The winners were Kamari Mangos, Jan Hurst and Hayley O'Reilly. As it stands, as I said, Pat Truan is currently leading 14-8 against Sherry, and she will probably go through in this section unless something drastically changes. I want to thank you everybody for joining in today here at Morwell. We'll be back here tomorrow with some men's triples knockout games for the Victorian Open 2024, brought to you by Henselite. Cheers guys, have a good afternoon.
For me, using Henselite products is great. I really love the XG. The arc is wonderful, I think, because I'm really able to read my weight off the arc, and it's, yeah, really reliable bowl.
The Morwell Bowling Club is your place for fun and food. Come and try bowls and make new friends. Have coffee or bring the family for lunch or dinner. The Morwell Bowling Club. Visit us today on Hazelwood Road.